problem of evil then. So in front of you, you have your next sheet. This was the third topic that you highlighted as the topic that you were least happy with. There's quite a lot of boxes, so we'll try and do the first side and then we will have a little break and read another essay. First part then, where you need to start, is your definitions. So you have two very thin boxes at the top. This is for your natural and moral definitions from Aquinas. The bit underneath that's attached is for C.S. Lewis, which was coming in a second. This is a very good place to start an essay. So in an introduction, you need to be able to explain what evil is, what the different types are. Natural and evil are the different, natural and moral are the different types. If you want to use somebody else like Augustine's definitions, that's fine. Aquinas, though, just gives you that bit of wider reading. So Aquinas says that natural evil is only evil when looked at from a human perspective. Earthquakes are just natural world fulfilling its potential. Can anybody remember the word linked with the idea that when you see things just from your own human perspective? Egocentric. Well done, Josh. So this is a very egocentric view. The natural world, earthquakes, tsunamis, are not evil. They are just nature doing its purpose. And if it happens to kill people, we then think it's evil. But why? An earthquake is just the movement of tectonic plates. If you happen to live on them, well, of course you might die. So it's the idea that it's not evil, it is only nature doing its purpose. Moral evil is the usual definition, and this is the idea that it's humans. It's humans moving away from their true potential. It is the actions of free agents and the actions of autonomous beings doing bad things. Underneath that, but still attached to the same box, you then have a quote from C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is fantastic. Former atheist, Christian intellectual in later life. He wrote a brilliant book called Mere Christianity, very, very thin book, but very good. He says, God allows suffering because we are like blocks of stone out of which the sculptor carves the forms of man. Blows of his chisel which hurt us so much are what make us perfect. You obviously do not need to learn that quote, but what you can do, because again you could use it as an introduction, you recognise the idea that pain, suffering, evil is the idea that it's what helps develop us. It's what carves man into perfection. This works very, very nicely for Irenaeus and John Hick later on. But even if you just remember blows of his chisel which hurt us so much, that idea that God is helping us develop and mature. If you have any questions or problems, just let me know. Don't forget to summarise as best as you can. Yeah, the film, no, it is actually a film. Shadowlands is a film about C.S. Lewis's life, but you can still quote it, that's fine. Yeah. Make sure you get the right A name in the start of your essay. Don't put Augustine says. Make sure you remember that it's Aquinas. Aquinas doesn't come up anywhere else in this PowerPoint, so this is just Aquinas. I'm going to move on in just a sec. Okay, box underneath is for that bit there in the box. So again, there's not a lot to write, so just fill it out and spread it out. You need to know what the nature of the problem is. Evil is only a problem when believing in a God with divine attributes. The divine attributes being all loving, all powerful, etc. There are two aspects that you need to know. First aspect is the logical aspect. The second is the evidential. These aspects are the aspects of the nature of the problem. So the first problem is logical. How logically can God exist with evil? If God has all of these attributes, how can God logically exist? The second is evidential. The evidence of evil in the world is far too much, therefore implies God does not exist.